So start with a deep breath. Since we're standing, really think of your spine getting tall as you inhale. Get all of those spaces right between the vertebrae. And let's start with our perfect posture because we know we're going to end that way. So with that inhale, getting long, even stretching through the abdominals. And then with the exhale, just pulling those shoulders back a little further, maintaining that firm stomach. And just allowing your body to sit there in that perfect posture, reaching your fingertips down to the floor, holding the stomach in, having your head nice and aligned with your spine. So we'll take a deep breath, exhale up, lifting your body off your hips, inhale, exhale down, push your arms behind you, and inhale, exhale up, reaching tall, one more time. Inhale, exhale down, pushing back as far as you can. Then inhale. As we exhale up, hold, keep those knees bent, take it to one side. Lift your body off your hips. Come back center. Pull the belly button in, inhale. Exhale to the other side. Continue to reach that body off your hips. And inhale, exhale, we're going right back over. Take that breath, exhale, lift, and then back to the center. One more time. Inhale and exhale it over. Coming back to the center. We're going to drop the shoulders first, allow the arms to come down. And then we're going to lift them out to the side, hold right there. With a deep breath, we exhale up with one arm. Reaching to the ceiling, not over the head. Coming down, pinch your shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale up. Bring that down. Stomach is still tight. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades back as that arm comes down. And then same thing, other side. Hold those shoulder blades together tightly. Press them back even further. As you take a deep breath, rotate your hands, exhale down. As we come forward, we're going to hold right there and come down into a slow chair. And then we inhale. As we exhale up, we lift the body off the hips, we tighten the stomach, and then inhale to exhale down. We're going to hold here. I want you to focus the heels into the floor, weight on your butt, pull your belly button in. As you exhale, extend the arms and reach the body off the hips. Take the arms a little bit higher. And then inhale, reach, exhale up. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Rotate the arms and swan dive down. So you're pushing those hands to the ceiling, knees are bent. They're getting a little more bent as you go over. And we hold and we scoop it right past those ankles into that chair pose. Getting those arms up by your ears, weight on the heels. Inhale and exhale up. Drop it down, squeeze your shoulder blades. Push that air away. Push your chest down, bend your knees. Pressing your chest to the floor. One more chair, scoop those fingertips. More weight on the butt, arms even higher towards those ears, extending the body off your hips. And then we exhale up. This time as those arms come down, we're still pinching the shoulder blades, but this time we're going to bring them all the way. And we're going to hinge at the hips. So we're going to do a half fold here. Your knees can be slightly bent or they can be more bent depending on how you feel. Arms are going to stay right there by your side, or you can place them on the front of your thighs. We're going to lift that chest, stick the tailbone up almost like the cow pose, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Then take a breath in. Exhale, give it to a mini cat. So we're just pushing the spine to the ceiling. And then we're going to inhale and exhale back down into our either half fold or cow, whichever one you want to do. pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Take in your breath and allow your body to fold all the way down to the floor. Knees can be slightly bent or they can be more bent depending on how tight your hamstrings are. We're going to work those feet outward. And then from here, we're going to bring your hands right back up to mid-thigh. And first thing you're going to do is take your elbows and pull them towards the ceiling. And then you're going to lift your chest towards the end of your mat and pull your stomach inward. You're going to hold that, take a deep breath and exhale. And this time we inhale. Our exhale rotates the lower back to one side. Continue to rotate and move right through it. Then as you exhale, take it back to the center. Knees are bent. Lift your chest. Pull the elbows back. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. Keep rotating. And on your next exhale, take it center. Then come up half cat. So you're going to round your back to the ceiling, almost as if you're going to stand, but you're not actually going to stand. And then at this point, we're going to relax the arms and bring them right back down to the feet for gorilla. So you can let those arms swing a little back and forth through your legs or side to side. But now we're going to add your body. So go ahead and allow your body to move side to side so your fingers come right outside your legs. So you're going to have those hands almost touch your ankles. And this time we're going to take your arms, we're going to bring them up to your elbows. Bend the knees a little extra, and we're going to go ahead and rotate until those arms are parallel with your feet. And then we're going to swing it around to the other side. Knees are still bent. We're rotating until the upper arms are right there parallel to the foot, and one more time each way. So slowly moving through the center, exhaling as you rotate, almost like you're going to touch your behind, and then we'll go back to the other side. Inhaling and exhaling through, so we exhale at this point, stretch it over, and then we'll go back to the center. We'll relax those arms right back into our gorilla. And while our fingers are there, we're going to go ahead and walk forward, almost as if you were going to do a downward dog, but instead we're going to come down right to the floor. Almost a plank position, pushing those elbows behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Deep breath. As you exhale and come up, you can do a mini cobra, full cobra, whatever you want to stretch your abdominals to the ceiling, and then bring it on down. And then again, inhale. As you exhale, pull those shoulders away from your ears, squeeze your shoulder blades, come up to wherever feels comfortable to stretch those abdominals, and then right back down. From here, we're pushing right back onto the heels. Pressing your chest to the floor, and then gently using your hands to press your butt back to your heels. Then as we take that deep breath and exhale, we'll bring it up to all fours. Now here, let's make sure that the shoulders are in line with the elbows, which means for most of you, you're probably back here, you need to come over. You're going to feel like you're almost over your arms, and that's a good position for you. Pull those shoulders towards your hips. Take your breath. Exhale. This time you're going to lift the chest. Then we're going to inhale and push right through to cat, belly button first. So press your belly button to the ceiling. Take that back up as high as you can go. Then realign that belly button, get it tight in there again. And then exhale, coming right into your cow, pulling those shoulders away, lifting that tailbone. You're still lifting your abdominals and stretching them. So we inhale and exhale into cat. Press that belly button to the ceiling. Keep pushing it through. You can always go a little higher than you think. And then on your exhale, pulling those shoulders away from your ears, coming right up into your cow. And then we exhale neutral. And then right back onto your heels, extending the arms forward. And right now, really focusing on pushing your arms and chest to the floor. And if your elbows don't touch the floor yet, go ahead and put them on the floor so that you can use that lower arm to gently push against the mat and push your butt back towards your heels. So inhale, exhale, push back towards the heels a little more. And if you want to move your elbows back to your knees further, that's fine too. So as we inhale and exhale back to our neutral position, we're going to go ahead and take those knees underneath you to one side. So pick the window side, legs to the window side. So that way we'll all go the same way. So in this position, we still have to start with the spine tall. So even though you're bent, think of the spine as going straight up. So that means the shoulders are pinched, the opposite arm is coming up overhead. Keep in mind that when this arm is back behind your head, you're going to get a deeper stretch into your hips. So take your breath, exhale over, then breath, exhale up, then come on in, pull that shoulder down. Feel how that shoulder blade can come down as that elbow touches your spine. Then inhale, exhale up, lift the body off the hips, and then inhale, exhale over. So just that angle as you inhale and exhale, still lifting your body off your hips. And where's that arm? Is it back there by the ear? Did it float in front of you? Keep it behind your ear. Good. And as we exhale down, we're going to go ahead and plant that and just take a nice leisurely stretch over the top. So on this arm, we can still think about going behind the head and reaching the body off the hips. But let's face it, that's an easy one. So we're going to bring it down. And we're going to put your hands behind you. Swing your legs out to the front. So they can be straight or they can be slightly bent. So before we go to the other side, we're going to push that chest out, squeeze your shoulder blades. You should have hardly any weight on the arms. Then we're going to lift up, but not so much pushing the arms into the floor, but by taking your shoulders and pushing them down away from your ears. So tall chest. Inhale, exhale, comes up. Keep that body tall. Inhale, exhale, forward. So preferably bending from the hips. Inhale, exhale, tall. Stomach comes in, shoulders stay down. Inhale, exhale, forward, trying to just hinge at the hips. Continuing to breathe. And then as we inhale, we exhale up. Nice and tall. Bring those arms cactus style so your elbows are pushing back, squeezing your shoulder blades all the way down so that we can brace and swing our feet to the other side. All right, so we're sitting up nice and tall, taking that outside arm up to the ear. So again, when it's here, you're not going to get as much feeling through this side. When it's back there, you will really understand how that connects to your hip. So take your deep breath and exhale. We lift first, then inhale, exhale over, continuing to lift to the ceiling, and then we inhale, exhale back. Let's go ahead and take that down for a second. Squeeze your shoulder blade, and then bring it right back around so it's tall. Inhale, exhale to reach, then inhale, exhale over, push that arm behind your head, and then reach to the ceiling. And then exhaling, coming down all the way. Taking that exhale right through, so you're still reaching to the wall. And then we can exhale up. And then we can come back around right into our favorite crisscross. Nice and tall. So by now we should be able to get those the whole body off the hips and take our breath and hinge at the hips forward. So we try to keep our back as straight as possible as we're coming forward. And we continue to move. We continue to move. Now, if you're flexible enough to put the hands on the ground, go ahead. If you're super flexible and can put your elbows on the ground, go for it. Otherwise, keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then we're just going to go ahead and walk those fingers back as we slowly straighten that vertebrae. So you're stacking it one at a time, pulling those shoulder blades back. Take a deep breath. Exhale and rotate towards that exit sign. Use your backhand not only to brace you, but to help you turn a little further. So we're continuing to turn. And then we exhale forward. Pull those arms back, get in that perfect position. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Inhale again, exhale, reach even further. Take it to wherever you can that you're comfortable with. And then inhale and exhale down. When those hands hit the ground, let's work on those shoulders, pushing them down to the floor, keeping them there. Inhale, exhale, see if you come down any further. And then inhale, exhale, reach it forward further as we come all the way up. And we pull those elbows back, pushing those elbows to touch your spine right in the middle, really squeezing your shoulder blades, getting the back strong. Arms are coming down. We sit up tall. Inhale, exhale that way. So you're bracing with one hand, you're using the other hand to help you rotate, and you don't just turn a little bit, you continue turning and turning and turning. Because even if you think you can't go further, you can. And then as we exhale and bring that back to the center, we sit up nice and tall. Arms are going to come behind you, and what you're going to do is take your shoulders and push them to the floor. So there's hardly any weight on your arms because you're just pushing your shoulders away from you. You're lengthening your neck. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, rotate your head gently to one shoulder. Keep those shoulders down. Then breathe in, lift your spine, exhale, return your head slowly to the center. Remember that your shoulders are away from your ears and your head is centered over your neck. So we inhale and we exhale to the other side, continuing to stretch that. And then as we inhale, we exhale and return slowly to the center in that perfect posture, bringing our arms back around. So now we have a super long neck. Good. Inhale, bring it up as we exhale. Push those arms back behind your ears and still keep the shoulders down. Deep breath to lengthen. This time we're going to take our deep breath and exhale to one side. So push those arms back behind your ears. It's a little easier to get them there in this position. And then lift your body off your hips. Then inhale and we exhale back to the center. We pause for a second to remember to pull the belly button in and to pull those shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, other side. Still pushing those arms behind you, but now lifting your body to the sky. Got your belly button in tight too, and hopefully you're breathing. As we bring it back to the center, drop the shoulders first, and then allow the arms to come down the way they should. As we bring that around, swinging our legs, coming right back to our favorite, coming down to puppy dog. Reach those arms out like you're going to touch the end of your mat, and then stick your butt and push it back as far as you can. Try to feel that lengthening in the lower back. You're going to take your right hand and move it to the right side of your mat. Take your left hand and put it on top of your right hand and continue into that puppy dog. Inhale, exhale and press back with the butt. You can even take that left hip and kind of push it away from your arms. And as we exhale this time, work those fingers back to the center. Go ahead and come up so we can do a quick cat and cow. So cat pushing right through the center of your belly button. And then inhaling and exhaling, pulling the shoulders down first and then lifting the chest and tailbone for your cow. And then as we head back to neutral, keeping that belly button tight, we inhale and exhale back down so we can do the other side of our arm. So take your left arm to the left side. Right arm's going to come on top. And as you exhale, you're going to continue to push back. And remember, you can take that right hip and kind of push it away from your arms if you want to get a deeper feeling. But we're still breathing and gently pressing the chest to the floor a little further and further. Good. And then as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and take it back up. Work those hands to the center. Point your toes to the floor. We are going to walk back. I don't know if you guys downward dog, but if you do, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm holding here for a moment. And then as we slowly bring that upward, we'll brace on the thighs first to lift the chest and the head. Pulling the shoulders away from you, then inhale. Exhale, pushing right through the spine. We're going to come all the way up to the perfect posture. See if you remember, shoulders back, down, stomach tight. All right, we're reaching those fingers to the floor. We're going to take one foot, and you're just going to put that ball of the foot on the floor. Now, if we keep a perfect posture with our shoulders pinched and our stomach tight, we can put that ankle against the calf, bend that base leg, and stay steady. So right there's where we need to be. And then we can exhale, bring those arms up and focus more on the upper body and the stomach staying tight. And that way we can take that top leg and bring it a little further if you want to go on the calf. But your goal is to bend that base leg, push those arms behind your head. Good, and then we can slide it down when you're ready. If you get wobbly, just always go back to that ankle onto the heel. Heel onto that calf. You know what I meant. Okay, coming on down. Right back into that mountain pose. So reset, those knees are bent, weight through the heels. Deep breath. You lied. Arms out. As you exhale, press the ball of your foot into the floor and that heel into the ankle. Chest is up. Stomach is tight. So once we're here, we can exhale, getting those arms back behind your ears to help you get longer and more steady. And then taking, if you want, that top foot here. Now, if that's the slightest bit wobbly, go back down to here and focus on the upper body. Okay, so get wherever you can that you can actually hold. Remember to stare at something that's not moving, which, as always, is not me. And as we come down, we also pinch those shoulder blades and return. So if we get wobbly and we have to keep that lower tree, then we just focus on that upper body because eventually that'll help you align so that you can hold that better. So come on forward. Let's take your left foot, giant step back. All right, so right now we've got the foot on the floor. All right, we need to get a little more stretchiness between these legs. So we are going to come down. So what's going to happen is that rear heel will come up and we're just going to work it backwards. So you want to feel like you're going to go into a split, but you're not really going to go into a split. So we're just pressing those hips to the floor. Okay, so as we allow those to loosen up a little bit, it'll make our triangles easier. So now as we exhale and we come up, that back foot, you can rotate a little bit. So now we've got these feet in a nice wide position, but since we're right here, we're just going to go ahead and reassess so that your heel and heel are aligned. All right, so sometimes they get out of position, so you can check that right now because we're staring at it. And then we can bring those hands to the mid-thigh, bend both knees a little bit, and slowly roll it up. So once we get here, if those feet did move, you can adjust them however you need. Otherwise, we lift that chest real high. We pull the shoulders back, so we're basically in a mountain pose sideways. Right? You stay there. I'm going to move my feet so that we all have the same direction. So that means your right foot is pointing towards me. Your left foot is pointing towards the exit sign or somewhere in between, so it might be a little forward or back. So from here, we take a deep breath, lift the body off the hips, then stay there, take that breath in again, and this time we're going to rotate straight into your triangle. So those arms are coming up, we're reaching it down, reaching. We're going to do a little differently. So inhale, exhale right back up. Take that top arm, reach it higher to the ceiling. Top arm higher to the ceiling. Still have that left arm reaching to the ceiling. You're still bending slightly over. Go ahead and bend that right leg and take it all the way over. Still extending that arm away from you. Then inhale, exhale, reach that arm away, reach it higher to the ceiling, and then out to the side as we bring the other one to meet it. Pinch those shoulder blades, inhale, exhale to triangle. So as that arm starts to drop, you slowly move, but you keep those arms pushing behind you. As you continue to work your way down slowly, rotating your chest to the ceiling, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, reach the top arm like somebody's pulling you right through the ceiling. So lift that top arm to the ceiling. Bring it halfway down. Take that opposite side. We're going to pinch both of them actually, sorry. And then we're going to bend your left leg a little bit. Brace that hand there and take your right arm over your body the other direction. So as you do this, you're bending over, but you're also lifting off the hips. Good, and then as we exhale up, bringing both arms to the side, pinching your shoulder blades, and then rotating. If the foot moves to warrior however you want, that's fine. But we are taking that leg down, taking those arms up, reaching as high as you can, lifting your body off your hips. Inhale, exhale down. One more time, inhale, exhale. As you come up, we're pressing those hips underneath you and forward. And then as we exhale down, we straighten those legs, bring them back to the center, point both feet towards that exit sign, get back into that mountain pose, shoulders back and down, stomach tight. Deep breath, bend those knees, exhale, get into that cow position, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, rotate one shoulder to the opposite knee. Think of rotating your chest to the ceiling so you're still moving. And then on your next exhale, coming back to the center, lifting that chest as you inhale, and then exhale to the other side. Continuing to rotate from that lower back. And then as we come back to the center, we're going to slowly roll it all the way up, stacking that vertebrae. And then we're going to go ahead and, let's see, turn towards the front. Right back to where we started. So that low lunge with that foot far away. And then we get to take that back foot, and it can be 1, 2, or 3 hops, however many you need to get those feet together, and just hold that position. Knees are slightly bent. Allowing yourself to relax for a moment before we take your right leg behind you. The right leg takes a giant step back into that low lunge position. Yeah, we're all facing the same way. So we're still going to gently press those hips down. We got to feel some stretch in that inner thigh of the back leg so that your triangle's not so tight. So inhale and exhale, pressing those hips to the floor gently. And then as we inhale on this one, we'll exhale and raise those feet and walk the hands over to the middle towards the window. So from right here, we're allowing that spine to dangle, and we're going to take our feet and kind of work them so that those ankles are in alignment. Technically, they might not be exactly even, so don't kill yourself on that. But we're going to bend those knees a little bit. Take that pressure off the back, put your hands on your thighs, and then from here we can slowly roll up, pushing the belly button in first, then tightening the middle of the abs, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down so that you're nice and tall. And then we can fine tune those feet however we want, if we want a little angle on one or the other. So as we reach those arms out to the side and pinch those shoulder blades, you're going to tighten that stomach, take your breath. We're going to exhale right into that triangle. So it's kind of like a practice round. You're slowly lowering yourself down, taking that top arm and rotating it behind you so your chest lifts towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to go ahead and continue to come up. So getting our body right back in our regular position. This time that top arm is reaching towards the ceiling. I'm going to take it as high as it can go. And then bring it right back down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Really pull them back a little further. Then inhale. And as we exhale down into that triangle, focus now on how low you can go and maybe very slowly sinking. Take that top arm, move it back more. Don't let it fall in front of you. And this time as we inhale and exhale, we take that top arm, reach it to the ceiling like somebody's pulling you upward. And then as it comes down to the side, we're going to let it go all the way to that thigh and bring the arm over. So we're reaching to the back of the room. And then we're taking that arm and taking it up as high as you can and bringing it back down. Bending the front leg, bracing, and taking that arm over. And remember, this is back by the ear. It's also lifting your body off your hips. And then as we exhale and bring it up and extend both arms, we pinch those shoulder blades and rotate to the front, allowing that leg to bend and coming forward so that back foot can be wherever feels best for you. Lift your body off your hips. Bring those arms up, push them back by your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades to keep them comfortable. Exhale down, pinch those shoulder blades, and bring them all the way to the ground. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe not. We'll take it down to the front. I think I just did a different order, but we did everything. Just drop that knee a little bit. Taking it down nice and slowly. Good. And now since we're here and we all know we need it, we're going to take that front leg and we're going to work it to the opposite side of the mat. And we're going to take that leg and allow it to be bent in front of us, whatever feels comfortable. So remember, you are bracing with your hands. Now you're also pulling your shoulders away. So you're either right here, like level 1 or whatever, or you can come up onto the fingertips and really push your shoulders to the floor. Now you can also come all the way down. So let's go through a couple of these. So we'll be right here. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take your palms, put them to the floor, reach them out in front of you. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring those elbows back down. Stay here for one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then on this inhale, bring those hands back. Inhale, exhale, and then bring them all the way up. So from this position here, we're almost like our warrior. This back leg is pressing forward, getting that stretch. So shoulders are back and down. And you know, eventually we have to get to that king pigeon where we hold this here. All right, I'll let you practice it this weekend. Don't worry about it now. Just let you know it's got to get there because that's a deep quadricep stretch and I know we all need it. So take those feet underneath you. Give yourself a little break with the puppy dog. Inhale, exhale back. Pressing your butt to the floor, extending those arms away, pressing that chest down, get that lower back nice and loose. Because now as we exhale, we're going to come right back up. Good news is only one more leg. So you're going to pull that leg inwards. That should be your right leg. And then you can work it over here. So it's a little bit easier this time to get into. So from here, remember we had our regular position, then we had fingertips, then we had elbows. Holding here for a breath, in and exhale. Taking the palms down, working them forward, and then maybe putting those elbows down again, holding here for a breath. Inhale, exhale, and then working our way back to either the elbows on the ground or the hands up. Either way, focusing on those shoulders pulling away from your ears because they do want to go up towards your shoulders want to go up towards your ears. You got to push them away and stick your chest out. Good. Coming back. One more time, pressing back. And then coming back halfway up. Pressing that back to the ceiling, getting that angry cat out of you. And then release. We're going to stay in this position. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your belly button in. Take one leg, just extend that behind you. Somebody's pulling it out of your socket. Bring it on in. Recenter your weight. Take the other leg, extend it behind you. Pull your belly button in. Do not allow yourself to lean. Stay nice and steady. Bring that in. One more time each side. Pull your shoulder blades away from your ears. Inhale, extend that leg behind you. As you exhale, reach it away. Pull your stomach inward. And then bring it right back down. Taking your breath in. Exhale out. Tightening through that stomach. And then bringing it right back in. From here, we're going to come down onto the floor. So you're going to go ahead and come down through with your elbows bent. And we're going to take those forearms and put them on the ground. Drop your shoulders, come up just with the chest for a Sphinx pose. So here what we're focusing on is the shoulders really pulling back together and lifting that chest. So as you come down to where you're almost flat, we're going to take those arms in that touchdown position and then pick them up and squeeze your shoulder blades, working the lower back and the upper back at the same time, holding that. Then bringing them back in and gently pressing upward for that Sphinx pose. Shoulders away, stomach tight. And then inhale. Exhale, coming down. Taking those arms out to the side and then just inhale and exhale up with the elbows. Tighten that stomach. Squeeze the lower back. Good. And then bring those arms down. And from here, you can go ahead and roll onto your back, onto your side, and then onto your back. And once you're on your back, we're going to keep those heels on the floor. We're going to work the shoulders away from your ears. And then we're going to take your hips and push them gently to the ceiling. As you hold that, you're squeezing your stomach and your lower back. And then we're going to exhale and slowly come down. Inhale, take that exhale and lift your tailbone off the floor. Pressing those hips as high as you can go. Pull in your belly button. Take your toes and lift them off the floor. Bring that bridge halfway down. Leave your toes off the floor and take that bridge right back up. Focus on those hamstrings, lifting. One more time. Inhale, down. Halfway down, exhale, all the way up. Toes are still off the floor. You are squeezing those heels into the floor, getting that hamstring. And then as we inhale, we can exhale back down. And bring those legs together. We'll take your arms out to the side. Let your knees fall to one side. Focus on pressing the knees to the floor and pressing the opposite shoulders to the floor. So as you inhale, we exhale and take everything in the legs to the other side. So it's the lower body only. Pressing those knees down, keeping those shoulders down. As we're going to bring that back up to the top, we're going to go ahead and take the feet shoulder width apart. So try to use your feet to feel the edges of your mat so your feet are that far apart. Arms are still out. Deep breath. As you exhale, let both legs fall to one side. It's almost like you're going to try to touch one knee to the opposite heel. But more importantly, try to take the knees down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, slowly come back up to the top. Press your vertebrae into the floor. So get that lower back pressed into the floor. Tighten the abdominals. Release. Inhale and exhale. Take those legs to the other side. Pressing the knee down to the floor. So continue to hold and continue to press a little further. Your upper body's rotating one way, your legs the other. And then as you exhale, you bring that back up to the top. We're going to hold a moment. Inhale. Exhale, press that lower back into the floor. Lift your tailbone to the ceiling. So it's not a bridge, it's just a tailbone lift. And then we release. Take both arms overhead so that they are on the floor still behind you, but they're straight up by your ears. Take your breath. As you exhale, gently press the vertebrae down into the floor, still lifting that tailbone to the ceiling. And then you can exhale to relax. Bring those feet all the way together. And go ahead and take one ankle on the opposite knee. And pull that leg off the floor and into your chest. Once you get in that position, try to relax the shoulders. Don't worry if you don't feel it intensely. Use your hips now to rotate your tailbone to the ceiling to help you increase that position. And then as we slowly release the fingers and lower that leg, we're going to go ahead and take that one down and switch right to the other one. So once that ankle's on the opposite knee, we're going to go ahead and pull that leg into the chest. Drop the shoulders. Get them comfortable, and then if you can pull in a little more and stay comfortable with the upper body, do that. Otherwise, take a deep breath. As you exhale, push that tailbone towards the ceiling to increase that stretch. And as you exhale, we bring those feet back down so that they are bent. Heels are on the floor. Arms can be at your side. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, slowly push the belly button into your lower back and your lower back into the floor so that your tailbone comes slightly up. So as we release, we take a deep breath, still feeling those vertebrae increasing in space, and then exhaling and pressing that lower back into the ground. So remember, that starts from the belly button, goes straight through, and the tailbone goes up to the ceiling. It's a nice lower back stretch. And then as you relax, bring both arms up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and put the hands together if you want, or they can stay apart. And we're going to gently take them behind the head. And what we're going to do is take your hands and angle them over one side. So take your arms, angle them over towards your left side, and then let your knees fall to the right side. So we're angling the upper body over one direction, the knees are in the opposite direction. We're still trying to kind of gently maneuver those knees closer and closer to the floor. Take your breath. Exhale to the center. So knees come up, arms come up, hold right there. Press that lower back down, stretch that lower back. Take it to neutral, then inhale and exhale. Take those arms to the other side, so take them probably to the right side. And then inhale deeply, exhale, and let those knees fall to the opposite side. So knees one way, arms the opposite. Goal is to have everything on the floor. Oh, and the goal is also to breathe while keeping everything on the floor. All right, so as you exhale and come on back up to the top, straighten everything. Go ahead and take your breath. Use it to exhale and press that lower back into the floor. Feel the abdominals tighten and the tailbone come up. As you release that, release the arms, but keep them straight overhead. And as you take a deep breath, exhale and reach those arms away from you. So they are on the floor behind you, but you're still reaching them away. Take your breath, exhale, and at the same time, lengthen your legs. So go ahead and straighten the legs. And as you hold it here, you take your deep breath. I want you to feel like you're on a medieval rack and they're rotating it to pull your arms one way and your legs the opposite way. And then you can relax and bring those arms coming from the elbows down as if you're going to push your elbows into the sides of your body so they return to the side. Your palms are up, your shoulder blades are pinched. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, reach those arms further down towards your feet as if you could almost touch your ankles or your toes. Keeping those shoulder blades slightly pinched. So use your breath to feel still the spine lengthening and the shoulders getting stronger, the back getting stronger. Take your next breath, and as you exhale, gently push that head into the floor, realign your neck. So as we hold in your Shavasana, you're going to go ahead and just use your breath to get some different feelings through your body. Maybe feeling your head pressed back, maybe feeling your neck get a little longer. Your shoulder blades a little further back so your posture is easy to hold. Your stomach pulling in a little bit tighter so you can feel how it connects with your lower back. Your legs and toes relaxing, your fingertips relaxing. Using that breath. I guess we should also use this time to think about Making sure we wash our hands before we go out to the car or get some antibacterial on them since people are getting sick everywhere. Making sure we don't touch our eyes or our nose. All the good things mommy tells you, right? So as we lay here, you should feel each breath giving you more space in those vertebrae, making you taller, but making your body more comfortable too. Now that we have everything perfectly aligned, this is definitely where we want to roll over onto your side and onto your stomach. We have to keep your head and neck in a straight line. That's why we don't want to try to come up or straight up, because that can kind of whiplash your head, and all those little whiplashes add up. So go ahead and bend those knees. Roll onto one side. You can even hold it there for a moment if you want. And then we can roll onto the stomach. That way we keep that neck nice and safe. And then from here, we can push back. We can end by kneeling, by crossing, by standing, by whatever you like. But no matter what, we want to make sure that posture's tall, as we bring those arms up overhead, which helps with the posture. The further back your arms go, the more you're going to feel. Deep breath. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Remember your posture. Inhale up. Press back. And then we can inhale down, pressing those elbows out to the side, hands together. That's where our perfect posture is. Okay, so namaste. Yeah. Namaste healthy.
Yeah.